So what's up, Team Nerd Herd fam? We got a special guest here, and this is Chick's. How do you say your last name, Chick?
Halai.
Halai. Is that Hawaiian or is that what is that?
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian. It has
Yes,
to be Hawaiian.
my
Halai.
husband is Hawaiian, so
That's awesome.
yes. Well,
Did-
thank you so much. Again, I can't thank you guys for having me around. I know I was just listening to you guys, and you guys have your own little flow, and I just feel like I'm like, when do I jump in? When do I? Okay, wait. So it's amazing. It's amazing to find like people have like a good flow, a good chemistry. And I was just telling Ian that we used to have this kind of thing. We stopped last year, so I'm everywhere. I'm spreading myself so thinly, and I get home and I don't have any more family. They're like, who are you? No, so yeah.
No, tell us a little bit about how you got into comics. How did that happen?
How I got into comic books it was my husband's fault. It was honestly my husband's fault.
Well, that's love.
He
Right?
took you down the rabbit hole.
He did, and we owned a comic book store a couple years back, like I was telling you guys, 2003, 2004, when it was kind of like just coming about, and Iron Man was just like, the movie, and it was just the wrong location that we had. It was the wrong time, and then I got pregnant, and we had to let go of the store, unfortunately, and we knew that we wanted to reopen a new comic book store, and then about 4 years ago, my husband's like, it's the perfect time, and we had the Comic Con Palm Springs down here, so we kind of just tied it together, and we teamed up with them, and it worked well for both of us. In Comic Con Palm Springs, we had the first year we had Stan Lee, as you guys know.
Wow.
Todd McFarlane was there, a bunch of big names, and we kind of helped out with bringing them as well to the con. So I mean, it was a good partnership, and it kind of put us in the map too at the same time.
Dang, I miss Comic Cons, man. Don't you miss them? Yeah.
My heart.
Oh,
I feel like Jim Carrey. Goodbye, my love.
I know, man. Like those were the best times ever. How is the Palm Springs Comic Con? Like I've always wanted to go. And there's like one or two, right? Is there two of them that happen there?
There was actually three that happened. I know it was in the convention center, Palm Springs Convention Center, and then it was actually no, there was two.
Two? Yeah, I think there was two, right? I saw like two things. Yeah.
There's two, yeah. And then with a small valley that we are, there was like other small little cons that started within a couple years back. So it kind of crushed the whole, the market pretty much, because they were so confused. There was like Comic Con Palm Springs Comic Con, and like a bunch of little stuff here. So I mean, you got to remember, it's a small valley. Our demographic is pretty much we don't have that big of population, or not a lot of not like San Diego or LA. It's they have a lot of following, not so much.
But you guys do have like you guys have like 3 stores out there that are really good. Like, and that's a lot to have in one pretty close small area. Like you guys have like 3 really dope shops, including that 4th shop, which is that antique shop over there.
In Palm Springs.
Yeah, and the one in Palm Springs. Like, so you guys do have a lot of nerds and geeks that enjoy comic books. Because when I go to your shop, I went to your shop on like a new comic book day, and
yeah, you were. I barely talked to him because
you were busy.
The first day that the 3 Jokers came out. And I was so busy. I mean, I had stations and I was packed, and then I'm like, I felt bad because I had to I'm like, hey, how are you doing? And then you kind of just left, and I'm like, I felt bad. I usually am very welcoming, and I will talk to you, but that Wednesday just killed me because I mean, it was Batman 3 Jokers, and we sold out. It was a big thing. It was a big event.
Yeah, looked like you guys were super busy. But tell us a little bit about yourself, and like, what is your favorite like superhero? Who are you into right now?
Superhero. Well, I'm into, and I'm very excited. Actually, I just saw a little when I was doing my ordering. They were gonna put back Silk on the cover,
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
One of
So
those.
Silk was my very first character that I got into more when we opened up this store. I was more because there was a run of Silk, and I know there's a new Filipino female character, which is Wave, but I never like really got in because I can't swim. Sorry, no. But it's
That's
just
why you live in Palm Springs, huh?
yeah. So it was the first Asian that was more out there, you know, and a Marvel character. So I kind of fell in love with the character, and then I actually dressed up as Silk on her white costume on Comic Con Palm Springs. Like that's the second year that they had. So, yeah, Silk was my favorite character.
And now it's Wave for everybody, right? Like if you're Filipino.
Yeah, I know, but I fell in love with Silk. I mean, it was like it was the first one that I actually picked up, and I got.
You know what? And Silk was great because she wasn't a stereotypical type of Asian character.
No,
you know, I mean, she wasn't Shang-Chi, was just like, oh, kung fu, or you know, any of those kinds of stereotypes. I mean, she was her own character that was brand new, and she was just like Spider-Man. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, so even like you know, you wake up and then you don't know where your parents are, and then you never find your parents. It was a really good backstory, and then the whole white costume, and then how the Asian community didn't agree on the sexy white costume she had, so they had to change her costume to like that what she currently have right now, with black and red and white and the scarf. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. Plus, there's also, like, as you know since you read the book, and there's a lot of hype with it. There's Sony, at least the rumors are that Sony's going to be making a Silk film. I mean, so that kind of just adds to this. I mean, it's going to increase the fan base. You know, I mean, it's going to be great.
I thought it was a Silk show.
Yes, it's going to be a Silk show. It's going to be a TV show now, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow, I heard it was going to be on Amazon.
Yeah, it's an Amazon show. That's the word.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. I mean, I like the fact that they're more Asian. I mean, like, I don't know if you guys have watched the Ratchet, the new Netflix movie.
I've heard of it.
I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to.
It's good. It's really good.
I've seen the preview.
It's the main doctor is Filipino, and there's so much references about Filipinos, and I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. We're in like getting to main screen. This is.
And do they have the accent? Or like, oh, do you see the doctor, huh?
No, you're gonna actually. It's very if you guys like American Horror Story, yeah, it's kind of like that. It's twisted. It's like you just have.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I'm down. Sign me up, coach.
Don't worry, I'm Filipino too, so I can do the accent and make fun of my people.
Right.
You know, I do it all the time.
We can make fun of people, but no, I mean, the actor.
Come on, support.
It's a good one. It's really good.
I'll check it out. Ratchet, huh? Ratchet.
Ratchet. Nurse Ratchet from. Oh my God.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
There you go. Yes.
That's
Nice.
right. That's what it was a sequel to, or
The
tied
evil.
into.
Oh, really?
It's a prelude.
Really? Yeah.
It's her life.
Spoiler alert: she dies in that movie.
I don't know. I was more excited about the barbecue competition show they have coming up starting Friday.
Oh, dear.
Sorry.
He's all googly-eyed and drooling.
Barbecue competition in Palm Springs.
No, on Netflix.
On Netflix.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Really?
They got a barbecue competition show they're going to have on there.
Damn.
So I'm like, okay, sign me up.
Wow.
Man. That's the one thing I love about Palm Springs. I just barbecue the hell out over there, you know, when I'm over there.
In the heat? Oh my God.
All the time, man. When it's 110
something degrees and you're grilling out there.
I'll grill like crazy, you know.
That's what beers are for.
So tell us. So whenever I go up to Palm Springs, like it kind of, this is what I related to. Like Palm Springs is kind of like Hawaii, but without the, but hotter and without the ocean. It's like a cool little vibe over there, huh? Like in Palm Springs. Is it always like that, or is it just me?
No, it's always like that, like this. I mean, I moved here a couple years back. I came from LA, so it's actually more. It's a lot better than LA. People are still saying thank you and please, and they're more courteous here. And when we complain about traffic here, I mean, it's not really traffic. It's like 3 cars on a stoplight, basically.
Like, God damn it.
Yeah.
It takes about
Just honking
20
the horn.
minutes, right? 20 minutes to get around town, and then you don't have to validate to go to Target.
Nope.
It's nice. You get a parking spot. Because I went to my parents' house. I'm like, why do I need to freaking validate this thing? I'm like, I just like it.
Where in LA do you validate to go to Target?
There's one in
Downtown, probably.
by Santa
Alonzo
Monica.
Oh, Santa Monica?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes
Alonzo
that makes
knows the
sense.
place.
Yeah. Because of the parking, it's just.
I see that face you have. It's got to be
Yeah.
you, Alonzo. You know it.
Hey,
What
Rob, we have to validate to go to Regent's Pizza over here in La Jolla, man. Like that just creeps me out. Like, why do I gotta validate my shit to go get a pizza? You know?
Yeah. Why?
Can a brother
Just
live?
put your hazards on and just
Oh.
run into the store and run out.
All right.
Don't be one of those drivers.
But it seems like you guys is like all the stores in you guys are. It seems like you're not in competition. The stores in
No,
Palm Springs.
no,
You guys kind of
no.
work together, right? Like
We
I go
do.
to. They all recommended me. Like I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know about your store. Like the guy down the street at Oasis was like, "Go check out the guys over at Comic Asylum too. They're like right around the corner, you know." And I rode over there. Like
And,
I
and
thought that was
honestly,
pretty cool.
I would do the same thing to them. I feel like when we first opened up the store, because there's a comic book store like literally within a block away from us, and I went over there and I. His name is Sid, and I love. I respect him highly. He's like the godfather of comics. And I went over there with my little dessert, little platter and plates and stuff. And I said, and like, my name's Jason. I'm like, you already knew me. And it's like, and I didn't really honestly mean to be that my store being a block away from you, but I just want to make sure that we have a good relationship, and it's not really a competition. It's a very, to me, it's like a hobby store. It's so, it's already like not much of us out there. And it's already like, comic books is just coming about. And I'm like, it's not about competition. We should support each other. It's a community, and it's a very small community that we have here. So, and then Interstellar, we had actually we work together. I mean, if I don't have an issue here and you're looking for it, I'll send you to the other two. And I recommend you check out them, because it's a family-owned store. It's a locally owned store. You guys are shopping, you're supporting a local store. It's a mom and pop store. Support. I mean, and when you guys go out in different cities, and I'm sure you guys do go out and support and check out.
For sure.
Oh, dude.
And
every
you
time.
will find, honestly, I guarantee you guys always will find like something good, because it's a scavenger hunt, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's how they
the
get
one
you,
nice,
sis.
the one nice thing about comic shops too, at least up here, and I imagine down in LA and Palm Springs, we've got an anime comic book shop. Like, they have comics, but the owner, he goes to Japan every year, twice a year, brings back the good stuff. So we've got that. We've got a shop that's all about the trade paperbacks. We've got the one that's got the high-end stuff. We've got the one that's all about magic cards. We got the game shop. So it's like, the thing with comic shops, you don't have to be just, okay, this is just a comic shop. You could sell, you can have your niches and sell different things.
Yeah, and the way we explained to everyone, and when Ian came in, I'm not sure if I did explain to you. So there's 3 comic book stores in the Valley. I urge you to check it out. And basically, the one down the street is basically like, you go in. It's an old-fashioned, like the whole stigma of comic book store. It's like there's no bag and board. It's a little dark there. It's like an attic. You're going through an attic. If a lot of people like those kind of things, the old school feel of like it's nostalgia to them. And the one in Palm Springs is more like, because he's in downtown Palm Springs, and he hits more of touristy stuff. So he gets more like trade paperbacks and T-shirts and whatnot, whatever people's catches their eyes, And then the way my store is more for collectors, and for anybody that is coming into like have a curiosity about picking up a comic book. Hey, you're here, welcome here. You can always ask questions and whatnot. And the way I usually normally, if a customer comes in and they're like, some people are like, I think, they're very like, doesn't want to touch anything, but we urge you to touch something. You know, you go pick up a comic book, go ask questions, you know, and I usually ask them what are your characters interested in? And that's how I kind of branched them out on like, you should pick this up and you should do this. So
that's cool. So
cool.
So tell our audience where you guys where they can find you if they're up in Palm Springs or if you are online or anything like that.
Yes, so we are in Palm Desert. So we're about 15 minutes away from Palm Springs itself, the downtown Palm Springs, 20 minutes. And we are on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. I'm not really on Twitter a lot, more Instagram. I handle more of the social media. And so yeah, whenever you guys out here, 2 hours away from San Diego, 2 hours away from Palm
So
Springs.
Chicks, what's your handle on on Instagram?
Comic Asylum, okay, Comic or Asylum _PD.
Okay. And then where can they find you on Instagram?
I'm sorry. What did you just ask me about the Twitter or Alonso?
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. We're stoked to have you on, and we appreciate you staying over late and chatting up with us. But thank you everybody for joining our show this evening. We really appreciate all the support. We appreciate Chicks coming on and sharing that Palm Desert, Palm Springs love. When you're ever out there in Palm Springs, you have a Chicks store to go to and a bunch of other. You know me. If I'm in a town, man, I'm gonna hit up all the comic book shops. If I'm there on a Wednesday, it's over.
Bleed them dry.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate. Thank you so much, you guys. This was fun, and thank you for letting me, kind of talk to you guys and have my story and come out this way whenever you guys can, and just let me know.
Chicks, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. We're stoked to have you on and getting that Palm Desert, Palm Springs cool vibe. But you want to do us a favor and send us off?
Yes, if you want to do it right, collect what you like.
Boom.
There you go.
Got it.
Thank you, guys.